Hey everyone, it's Ryan from No Credentials Required to talk to you about one of our newest partners at Belly Up Sports, SeatGeek. Yeah, live sports is great on television, but the feeling of being at the arena is a priceless experience. That's why our friends at SeatGeek are there to help you find the best tickets at the best prices. Not only can you get tickets to sporting events, we can also get tickets to concerts, comedy shows, musicals, and more. Search for your desired event now at SeatGeek.com, enter promo code BellyUpSports at checkout, and you save $20 off your first purchase. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets.
Inter Miami. It really has become Inter Miami versus everyone else in the MLS. And I talked about this. So recently I did I actually recorded with the guys from La Cuna Galaxia. Great guys. Go ahead and check it out. So we were covering the Dynamo versus LA Galaxy. I don't really want to relive that game, but that happened. But we talked about this Inter Miami. Well, we'll get to what we talked about Inter Miami, but it is starting to become people just not liking Inter Miami. And I think Inter Miami, unfortunately, is kind of becoming annoying. Seattle won handedly 3-0. And which also makes Seattle Sounders the only team in MLS to have won and every possible trophy that an MLS team can win. They won the US Open Cup, they've won the MLS Cup, they've won Triple C or CONCACAF Champions League, whatever they called it at the time. And now they've won the Leagues Cup. So any potential trophy, they've won it. Obviously they didn't win the FIFA Club World Cup, but so I guess they haven't really won every potential trophy they can win. But as far as an MLS team's perspective, they did have won most of the possible trophies that a team can win. And it was good. It was a great performance from Seattle. A well-played game by Seattle. Everything was clicking right. They looked very much the better team. I don't know what the hell was going on with Miami. They didn't look great. And Seattle Sounders played a strong game, and unfortunately, that's not what's being talked about. What's being talked about is what happened after the game, which was just I don't know what to call it. I mean, it was just it just led to nonsense. Heated scuffles between players. Suarez charging at a Sounders player. Busquets even throwing a little bit of slaps here and there. I believe Jordi Alba also got involved as well. A lot of players got involved. And then on top of that, Luis Suarez spitting at an assistant coach, which is kind of funny because around the same time we have also in the NFL a player from the Philadelphia Eagles spitting on the Dallas Cowboys quarterback. That's just a bizarre coincidence. But yeah, this week just seems to be the theme for people to spit on each other. Hawk Tua might be coming back. But obviously a lot of conduct that was not good. We had apologies issued, but apologies, honestly, after this point is just not enough. Inter Miami performed very immaturely, very, very unprofessional, which is, a club that has guys that have played in some of the highest levels. Can't say. I mean, look, Luis Suarez is gonna do Luis Suarez things, so I'm not surprised by him. But like Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alba, like this is crap that that Pep Guardiola would not stand for, and so like this is just right. Like where does that come from? That is just pure nonsense. I think. You just acted immature. You had a lapse in judgment. I get that. But at the end of the day, grow the fuck up. And I will say props to Lionel Messi because he stayed and watched the award ceremony. He stayed. Everybody else went to the locker room because they were being a bunch of sore losers. But Messi stayed put. Maybe there was other players, and I'll applaud them as well. But I know Messi was the one that was very much pointed out. But yeah, obviously with all this dumb stuff, there had to have been suspensions, right? And there was. So Luis Suarez received a 6-game suspension. Sergio Busquets received 2-game suspension. Aviles received a 3-game suspension. And Sounders assistant coach Steven Lennart received a 5-game suspension. But those suspensions only apply to Leagues Cup. So they're not going to have to deal with this till Leagues Cup, which that's something they don't have to worry about till like the summertime. So like July, they don't have to play a game in July, which I'm sure they're not going to be completely against. You essentially gave Luis Suarez like a summer vacation. With those 6 games, you just gave him a summer. Steven Lennart, he got also a month vacation. Now MLS, this comes from Tom Bogart, could hand out suspensions, and they should hand out suspensions because this is even though Leagues Cup is a competition between MLS and Liga MX sides, Inter Miami was a reflection on MLS. And so if I'm MLS, I'm handing some suspensions as well. And the only reason why I don't think it's going to happen, or if they do, they're going to do it for the start of the next season, because Inter Miami is trying. Look. The reason why I'm going to say that MLS tries their best to get Inter Miami to go as far as they can is because of the fact that in that Orlando game, there was a lot of questionable calls from the referees. Am I saying MLS is paying refs? No, but I can imagine them telling them it would be behoove of them. If you guys don't know what behoove means, it's not, if you hear someone say, it's a military term normally used, but if someone says it would be behoove of you, it usually means like it would be in your best interest if you. So like maybe like, hey, it would be behoove of you if you made some favorable calls for Inter Miami. Not saying that you should do it, but it would be behoove of you. Now, MLS, I don't think they're going to give them suspensions. At least not for right now. For this season. All right, guys. There is an update to the suspensions. MLS has, in fact, stepped in and dished out some suspensions for the entire fiasco that happened in the Leagues Cup. Luis Suarez is going to be suspended for 3 MLS games. So not only is he going to be suspended for the games that he already will be for Leagues Cup, but he will be suspended for 3 games in the MLS. And assistant coach Steven Lennart, who already was dealt a suspension for Leagues Cup, he also is going to have his MLS credential revoked for the remainder of the season. And that's it. Sergio Busquets does not receive any additional punishment. Jordi Alba will not be receiving any additional punishment. It is just going to be Luis Suarez and coach Steven Lennart. Yes, I do believe it is a total amount of bullshit. Sorry for cussing Kelsey. Yes, yeah, fuck you, MLS. That's all I gotta say. All right, proceed. Sorry for cussing Kelsey. We're going into the home stretch of the MLS season. Playoffs is going to be next month, and Inter Miami. Well, like I said, there's a lot of pressure for Inter Miami that they need to start winning something. Leagues Cup was cool because of the fact that like Messi was making his debut. You know, we saw him score a winning free kick against Cruz Azul, all that stuff, and obviously lifting the first trophy in Inter Miami's history. But like now, more and more people just don't care about Leagues Cup. They don't. It's not something as enticing as people care about. I frankly don't like it because Liga MX teams have to play in the U.S. They can't play in Mexico, which I think is stupid. Like, give them a home field advantage as well. Like, these MLS teams need to start getting used to playing in Mexico. Like, if you want them to go far in Triple C, you need to start letting them play in that atmosphere. Because there's no atmosphere compared here in the U.S. to the atmosphere in Liga MX. I'm just going to be honest with you. But they need to start getting used to playing in those atmospheres. There is actually a home field advantage in Liga MX. That's all I'm gonna say. But yes, MLS. I would be impressed if MLS actually hands out suspensions on Luis Suarez, Sergio Busquets, and Aviles, and even Steven Lenhart. Like, I would be surprised if they hand out suspensions. But if they do hand out suspensions, I guarantee you that I hit my face on that. I guarantee you it will be applied to next year.
Who is that guy?